The Gospel Disciple Workshop is a workshop built on three very key questions. What is the gospel? What is a disciple? And what is the church? And it's important that they're built sequentially. In other words, we have to answer the first question, what is the gospel? The reason is because what we believe will determine how we follow. It will determine the kind of disciples that we make. So we begin there by building a gospel foundation and moving upward. Secondly, we have to answer the question, hey, what is a disciple? And the reason this question is so strategic is because disciple making is the mission of the church. And so the task of the church is to make disciples. Someone said that the church doesn't have a mission, the mission has a church. So we have to answer it in that order. And thirdly, we answer the question, hey, what is the church? Now, here's the challenge. The challenge is when we start with the church, that often what we envision related to the church is not what Jesus had in mind when he started his movement, his gospel movement. And so we have to go back and we have to answer the question through the lens of the gospel, through the lens of the mission, and what we come up with is a need to sort of reboot or reformat the church. In essence, we need spiritual development in the area of the church. And so what happens is we make disciples of the church. We make disciples of volunteerism. We make disciples of weekend services, but they're not the same as disciples of Christ, followers of Jesus. And so in the gospel disciple, we just walk through all three of these areas, sort of tearing down the foundation, rebuilding it on the gospel. Thus we have the gospel disciple, and empowering the people to take back the church and be the church. And so that's really what the gospel disciple workshop is all about.